First off, I want to give a lot of credit to Eastern Kentucky. I thought they played extremely hard. You know, they play a really unique style of basketball, and I try to tell our guys kind of heading into the game, you know, they are going to press literally from the first second of the game to the very, very, very last second. And they did a good job. They sped us up a few times. They obviously got a lot of turnovers. I think we finished with, maybe it seems like to me, a national record with 27 turnovers. It was either a turnover or it was a bucket for us there in the second half. We got to do a better job, obviously, taking care of the ball, making great decisions at the end of our press offense. But I thought overall, man, I thought Quentin Gooden had the right mentality right from the get-go. I thought he completely controlled the game, both offensively and defensively. I thought in the 2-3 zone he was very active, created some steals, created some offense off of our defense, and I thought he made guys better. You know, he found Zach Hankins, he found Ryan Wellage. Like I said, I think he was in complete control of the game. Najee obviously had a really good game, 15 points and 10 rebounds. Thought he was great on the glass. But we're glad to get the win against a good Eastern Kentucky team.
Last game before this was much different, but two different defensive challenges. What did it mean to you and this team to be able to figure out Eastern Kentucky tonight and to come away with, you know, such a big win?
Yeah, no, it was good. I thought our guys did a good job for the most part with the game plan. You know, I thought we got sped up a few times, like I said, with decisions at the end of the break and even at the beginning. You know, again, but that's how they play. And they try to make it really difficult and try to be very disruptive on the defensive end. They score a lot of points off of their defense. I thought overall it was pretty good. You know, again, like I said, they're unique. You know, we didn't really run any offense. You know, I think you try to run offense against a team like them that denies and pressures. I think usually you set your team up for failure. So we really tried to space them out. And I thought for the most part, like I said, in the half court, Quentin made some really good plays off the high ball screen and landing on two, played slow, and he did a really nice job creating offense.
EKU had a really strong game tonight, but what do you feel was the turning point in the game where it shifted back to your favor?
I thought two things. You know, I thought in the first half, obviously Mayo getting a couple fouls helped. You know, he's a tremendous player. He's one of the better players that we've played against all year. And then I think we went zone. The zone really helped us. And then we just kind of started spacing them out a little bit more on the offensive end as well. I would say those three things really kind of worked in our favor there in the first half.
How reassuring is it to see your offense work the way that it did tonight with kind of everyone getting involved and no one, I mean, I don't know how many shots that you didn't like tonight, but it seemed like you guys really shared the ball well and they got a lot of good shots.
Yeah, you know, we only took 16 threes, which I think is a advantage for us. Like, I want our guys to take open shots. I don't want them to ever feel like they're looking over their shoulder. You know, I want them to take good ones. I thought we took a couple tough ones, but like, I thought overall our guys, again, they got to play to our identity. Now, you have to have an identity on both ends of the floor, and for us, we have to be a paint team. Whether it's do post-ups, drives, but then make the right plays. And again, I think when Quentin had that mentality that he had, and I thought it led, you know, he had a couple really good days leading up of practice. Man, we're a different team because you know, him having 10 assists, he has that ability to really make guys better. And whether it's getting Ryan Wellage a shot or getting the ball to Zach Hankins in a position where he can be really successful, I think we got a chance to be a pretty good team.
How do you like the response? I mean, in the press conference yesterday, we talked about, you know, you lose to UC, your rival, and then you have exam week this week, and I think that that's often an opportunity for guys to kind of lose focus and maybe have a letdown game, but your guys didn't do that tonight. How do you like how they handled this week?
No, good. I thought overall, like I said, I thought we had really good practices on Thursday and Friday of leading up to preparing for this game. I thought we had a great shoot around today. I thought there was great energy amongst our group, great synergy. And you know, I give Tyreek and Q a lot of credit with that. You know, they're the older guys on our team. They got to lead by example, which I thought they did in practice. And getting ready, because I told those guys, EKU beat a good NKU team. Right, NKU's a good team, and so EKU's dangerous. You know, they're going to play hard, they're going to press, and they are never going to go away. You know, I think High Point and Northern Iowa were up by 20 on EKU at one point in the game, either late in the first half or early in the second half, and they beat High Point. And then they ended up losing to Northern Iowa, but it was a 4-point game with 2 minutes to go. And I told those guys, you can't let the foot off the gas pedal. You can't become complacent where you're at. You know, a 20-point lead against EKU is not a 20-point lead because of the way they play. But I was proud of the way our guys kind of stuck with it. You know, there were some moments in the game where all of a sudden, you know, we have a couple turnovers, but I thought for the most part our guys stuck with it.
Knowing how they're able to do that, the start of the second half, they go on a quick 7-0 run. You call a timeout. What was your message to the team?
You know, number one, like, stay composed. I thought we, you know, I got on Tyreek. I didn't think Tyreek was ready to play there in the second half. He dropped the ball, ends up being a 3-point play the other direction. Just again, possession toughness, understanding who EKU is, and you can't let the foot off the gas pedal. And I thought our guys responded after I called the timeout. I thought we got a lot better. You know, I just didn't want them to, because they can go on big runs. That's what they do. They can, you know, I didn't want all of a sudden to become a 12-0 run. But at the same time, you want your team to kind of figure it out a little bit, because that's the only way you can mature as a team. But I thought we had to stop the bleeding. I thought our guys responded pretty well.
You've seen a lot of big dunks here at Xavier in the last decade. What did you think of Tyreek's tonight?
It was a bad pass. You know, that seriously, when lob plays, when you throw a bad pass, it can become a highlight reel dunk, right? But it was an incredible play by Tyreek. I mean, incredible. But Q threw that thing a little bit too high. But that's what ends up, you know, being a highlight reel. Pretty impressive. It was very impressive. Thank you.